Hello friends, Middle-Aged Noob here. Today we're going to try something different. At the request of well over half my audience, you know who you are, both of you, I'm going to try and add a little bit of commentary to my replay. So let's get started. Malinovka, Tier 7, Tier 6, Tier 5, T71 DA American Auto Loading Light. So mid-tier light on Malinovka, great spotting map. I'm the only light on my team, only facing one light on the other team. This is a setup for a great game. So Malinovka, what do I like to do here? I think the key, particularly on encounter, is the hill and the field. So what I like to do to start, and you're going to see it in a moment, is to try and get early lights on the mediums and snipers crossing to the perch and the heavies that are trying to get up the hill. So let's see how we do. That's my first goal. You may have noticed that in the comments that in chat I indicated that I will be surfing the ridge and pointed out where the early lights are going to come. That actually works sometimes, not always, but sometimes. So we'll see how it goes here. So we're getting some early lights, including the opposing light tank. Haven't been spotted yet. I do have an excellent crew and a good setup, but I will have been spotted there. Yeah, there we go. You can see that the spotting damage is starting to roll in, so my team at least was a little bit attentive to what was going on. I'm going to try another surf, see what I can keep the other stuff lit, but I don't really get too much for it. I was hoping to light somebody over there, but you can see that our M4A1 is on a suicide run to the little bump there. And he got some lights, but our campers weren't able to do anything with it. He's about to die. But luckily, the light tank is going to take some damage in doing so, which sets me up to be able to do what you're about to see happen. Quick auto aim, single shot, he's gone, get out of the way, hopefully so that the snipers on the perch aren't able to land any shots on me. Okay, so now their one and only light tank is down, which is great. They're a gun up on us, but the hit points are still pretty equal. I'd still like to be able to see if I can't light those guys on the perch, because if we can take them out, then I can advance and be able to light for the guys on the hill. So we're going to take another try to see if we can't do that. Unfortunately, we're lit right away. Regardless of what my vision is, I cannot outspot a bushed up E25. So it's just suicide to keep going back there in hopes of trying to light those guys and depend on my campers to be able to damage them. So what I decide to do instead is try and find a different angle. We've got a pretty good sense of where all of their tanks are now, or at least most of them. And the field is wide open. So I want to check out the field both to be able to see if they've got anybody pushing out that way, but also to see if I can't get any lights against their campers there on the H row. So that's what we're going to do right now. In terms of the broader battle, we're doing pretty well on the hill. We're down a few hit points, but we're up one gun. So I'm trying to be very cautious about staying out of the view range of that E25. I'm not too worried about the guys that might be along the JK. I'm making my approach that I'm coming through the bushes. And as you can see, I'm able to get some lights pretty easily. I do have the advantage of being a top tier light in these circumstances. Lower tier tanks are generally going to have poorer view range, which means that I'm going to be able to outspot them relatively easily. Did try some blind shots on that VK. None of them worked out, unfortunately, on the reload. And let's see what we can do next. Our guys are advancing down the hill. I really wish that I could be there to help spot for them, but with that E25 there, working that side of the map just isn't a sensible thing to do. My hope is to be able to clear this side of the map and then be able to sweep around the other side and get the spots from the other side. Mr. VK is poked again, so punish him some more. Hit the reload just at the wrong time. Could have nailed that stirve. Anyway, I'm picking up the spotting for that guy. So the T71 DA, it's got a 6-shot autoloader. Does a reasonable amount of damage with its 75mm gun. In a high tier game, when it's high tier, it can be absolutely deadly. The clip, if you can land every one of your shots, gets you close to 900 damage, which is enough to take down a lot of low tier tanks in a single clip, and even higher tier or heavies if they've already taken some damage. Watch and see. So, Skill likes to say that you have your best games when you're on a bad team, but the opposing team is even just a bit worse. When we look at the end plates, you'll see how true that is in this game. So our guys coming down the hill took a lot of damage coming down the hill. Our snipers from the back were slow to advance, but nevertheless we're in cleanup mode. I didn't even bother to reload because I didn't think there'd be the hit points left on the field to make it worthwhile. So let's talk a little bit about that game and how we did in this game. As you can see, got 1942 in damage, 2474 in assist, and 5 kills. Pretty good game. Maybe could have done a little bit better if there had been some more hit points on the field, but you know, that's what happens when you're top tier in a lower tier game. So here are the team results. Top of the team for damage, top of the team for experience, actually top of everybody in the game for damage. But let's take a look at what happened with our own team. So we had 4 tanks that did 0 damage, 5 tanks on our team that no tanks, 1 tank on our team did 0 damage, and a number of tanks did maybe 1 or 2 shots of damage. But on the other team, we had 4 tanks that did 0 points of damage, including that hapless VK that I just simply farmed for all of his health. So, you know, as I say, your best games are when you've got a bad team, but the other team is just a little bit worse. What happened in terms of didn't fire any premium, didn't take a whole lot of damage, so I got some decent credits, good experience. All in all, a pretty good game. But that's how I like to play Malinovka. Start in the field. I'd like to stay in the field if I possibly could, but that E25 made it impossible. So I took the decision to sweep down from the other side, and that paid off big time in terms of more assist and damage, and of course the kills as well. So there you have it. Straightforward ace on Malinovka. Hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know what you think of the commentary, and we'll see if we keep doing this. Okay, so good luck, have fun, and we'll catch up with you later.